Hello, in this video we are going to build a practical AI assistant with Exabot. The idea is simple. Instead of opening Gmail every time, we will talk to our inbox directly from Discord. For those who are new to Exabot, it is a self-hosted AI automation platform that you can use for building your own AI assistants. So let's get started. First, I'll start the local Exabot server. So for this demo, the project is already created and configured. Also, one quick note, this tutorial doesn't cover any development. We will cover this in a separate video. So once the Exabot project is up and running, we will open the dashboard, log in, and then quickly navigate to the workflow builder page. Today, we won't be importing a ready-made workflow. We will build it step by step. So the first step of the workflow is the most important one. I'll add a step and I'll select the AI Infer Object action. So this action will act as an intent classifier. Instead of asking the AI to return a free text, we will ask it to return a structured object that the rest of the workflow can reuse. So I'll rename it to AI Infer Intent. And then for the input mode, I'll select history so that the LLM has more context about the conversation. So this will allow the assistant to understand the latest messages in the context. Next, we will configure the system instructions. And next, I'll define the output schema. So think of the schema as the contract between the AI and the workflow. The first property is the action. It tells the workflow whether the user wants to read, reply, or send a new email. And then there's the limit, which is useful when the user would say something like, show me the top 2 unread emails. Next, the target mail, which stores the recipient address we want to reply to. And we will also add the mail text, which contains the content of the reply message or the new email. And finally, we will add the subject, which is needed when the assistant creates a new email. So once those properties are added, we can save the step. So at this point, the assistant can transform a natural language request into a clean workflow data. For example, show me the top 2 unread emails becomes the action of read with a limit of 2. And yeah. So next, we will need to attach a LLM model. For our example, we will use Amazon Bedrock as a LLM provider. And then we will select the GPT OSS model. And then we will go ahead and add the API key for the Amazon Bedrock API. So now the first step is ready. It receives the user message and returns the structured intent. Let's hit save. And next we will add a conditional operator. So in this condition, we'll check whether the AI detected a valid action or not. So if the action does exist, that means that the LLM was able to detect the intent. So let's go ahead, add the condition, and then add a condition. So here we have 2 branches, whether we detect the action or not. So if the action is empty, it means the user request was unclear. So we will send a simple message asking how we can help. This is important because we don't want the assistant to guess when it's not confident. Right. Now let's configure the Gmail step. This is where the assistant actually talks to Gmail. So we will add the text, the subject, and note here we are using a special syntax. It is called the gsonata syntax. So I'll put the link on the description on how it works exactly. And we are using this just to take the output of the previous step, meaning the subject, the mail text, the action, and the limit, and provide it to the Gmail step. So that way the Gmail action would know what it's supposed to be doing. All right. Once Gmail is configured, then we can handle the authentication part. So we will add another conditional after the Gmail action to check on the status of the request. So if it's 200, that means that Gmail action worked successfully. And if it's a 401, it means the user still needs to authenticate with Google. So we will handle both use cases. For the authentication case, we will send a button. We will put sign in with Google. And then the URL will come from the Gmail action response, which is the previous step. So when the user is not authenticated, Exabot will send a Google sign-in button directly into Discord. That will make the experience more smoother. Next, we will add an AI agent. And this is when the Gmail action succeeded. We want to format the result before sending it back to Discord. So this AI agent, we will rename it to AI formatter, and it will receive the raw Gmail response and turn it into a clean Discord-friendly message. So same again, we will attach the model, the Amazon Bedrock LLM model. And that's it. And finally, we will add the send text message. We will rename it to send post. And we will set the output of the previous step, which is the AI formatter. So now the workflow is now correctly configured. Now we need to connect this workflow to Discord. So we will go to channels and we will create a new channel source named Discord, for which we will select the workflow we already created and then set the Discord credentials. We will set the application ID and then the credential. All right. Still the application ID and we are good. Let's test the integration. So I will open Discord. And as you see, the bot is already connected. So we will test 3 use cases. First, reading unread emails. Second, replying to emails. And then sending a new email. So I'll tag our AI assistant and send this message. I want to access my Gmail. So because the user is not authenticated yet, the workflow returns a sign in with Google button. So I'll click on it. And once the authentication is successful, then the AI assistant is ready to access Gmail. All good. Now for the first test, I'll tag the bot and ask him to show me the top 2 unread emails. Behind the scene, the intent detection step understand that the action is read and the limit is 2. So then Gmail action will fetch the emails, and after that the AI formatter will turn the result into a clean Discord message, as you can see. So next we will test the second use case, which is replying to an email. So I'll tag the bot and ask it to reply to the target email, saying reply to hello@olama, saying thank you and well noted. Again, the intent classifier will extract the action as reply and then execute the Gmail action that will send a reply back to the Olama email. Here it is, all good. Now let's test the third use case, which is about sending a new email. So I'll tag the bot and ask it to send an email to a dummy address about a message about AI evolution during the past year. And in this use case, the AI assistant will send a new email. All right, all good. So that's it for today's demo. We have built a Gmail assistant that you can talk to directly from Discord. But the important part is not only Gmail, it's the pattern, which is conversation, intent, classification, tool calling, and formatting responses. So you can use the same approach for many other automations. You will find the link to the project on GitHub in the description, along with the setup tutorial if you want to build it from scratch. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.